So a few years back, Jeannie and I attended a conference, a marketing conference, and I'll never forget, we were in a small group when I first heard this statement. It's easy to create a course, but it's really hard to sell it. Now, I don't completely agree with that statement, because if you've created a course that truly provides transformation, you definitely put some blood, sweat, and tears into that. But I do agree with the fact that marketing a course is a lot harder than most people think. One of the reasons why so many people want to create courses is because once it's created, you can sell it over and over and over again. And this is true if you're selling a $37 course or a $10,000 course, right? But that means you have to have ongoing marketing. And this is where I think it gets tricky for a lot of people. So hi, I'm Kirsten, and along with my business partner, Jeannie, we help entrepreneurs just like you learn how to leverage technology with the help of a marketing virtual assistant to help you get your brand out there and to help you build your business. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please do and ring the bell to get notified each week when we post new videos. So now that you have a course, how do you market it? Let's face it, there are so many different ways out there to market your course. Facebook ads, Google ads, YouTube ads, having a YouTube channel, social media marketing, outreach. There are so many ways, including things like collaboration. So it's not a lack of ways to market your business, it's often a lack of time to test what marketing strategies are going to work best for you. This is where a marketing virtual assistant can come in. So if you've thought about using YouTube, hiring a virtual assistant to help you edit your videos, transcribe your videos, upload your videos, and then repurpose your videos across all social media platforms can be very helpful because those things can be very time consuming. If you've decided to use an outreach strategy, that's great, but sending all of those DMs or messages, again, can be very time consuming. And if you hire the right virtual assistant, they can get those conversations started for you. If you're using YouTube, social media marketing, or outreach, you want to make sure to have call to actions. You want to book calls. You want to have great opt-ins or lead magnets. You want to bring people into your environment. So not just on social, you want to make sure you're bringing them onto your email list so that you can really start to nurture that relationship. And this is where you need things like funnels and campaigns. And those campaigns can be email messages, text messages, voicemail drops. All of this takes time to set up. And let's face it, technology doesn't always work the way we need it to. So these things often have to be tested. We test our funnels every week to make sure they're running smoothly. Just the other day, I saw an ad on Facebook. I clicked the ad and decided to opt in. What was crazy was the link didn't work. Can you imagine spending money to run ads and then your links aren't working? That's a waste of time and money and very frustrating. Let's talk about ads. If you're running ads, whether it's LinkedIn or Facebook or YouTube, all of those ads take that person to a funnel. And that could be, hey, click here to buy this $19 book, or it could be, click here to get this free guide. Whatever it is, that is a sales funnel. And this is where we find so many people struggle. Making sure that the landing page is set up properly, the thank you page is set up. It's going to trigger a whole series of campaigns to go out like we talked about earlier. These are things that people who are selling their courses online are doing very successfully. I would love to know in the comments below, what is your biggest frustration with marketing your course? So now let's talk about how a virtual assistant can help you do this, or what we refer to as a marketing virtual assistant. They can help you with so many things, like we talked about earlier, video editing, social media repurposing, and outreach. But they can also help you set up and test your funnels. They can set up new funnels for you. If you're creating a new opt-in, they can design and format that opt-in so when it's delivered, it looks very professional. They can also test to make sure when someone signs up for the opt-in, did it go out? Did it trigger the right email sequences to go out? These are all things that a virtual assistant can help you do. Now here's a tip. It's very unlikely that you're going to find a virtual assistant who can do all of these things. So often you're hiring more than one virtual assistant. You may hire someone for project work just to set up your funnels and to take care of testing. You may have a virtual assistant for 20 hours a week who helps you with your video editing and social media production. And you may have another virtual assistant who works 10 to 15 hours a week on outreach. There are different skill sets that are needed for each of these jobs. One of the biggest mistakes we see is when an entrepreneur tries to hire one virtual assistant to wear many, many hats. And that's not ideal for the virtual assistant or for you. So when it comes to marketing your courses, having a very solid marketing plan is important. getting help from a virtual assistant because you can't do everything yourself, and realizing that you have to test. Make sure people are opening your emails. What's your open rate? Looking at your ads, how are they landing? You want to constantly evaluate what you're doing and figure out how you can improve it. And when you're using a virtual assistant, that gives you the time to do those things. So often I feel like it's like throwing spaghetti against the wall. Just throw a bunch of stuff up there and see what sticks. If you outsource some of the tasks that we've talked about, that frees you up time-wise and mentally to really work on your marketing. And I feel like that's the first step in getting traction with selling your courses. If you'd like to learn more about hiring a virtual assistant, in the description below, I'm going to link a guide that we've done. It's called Double Your Income with a Marketing Virtual Assistant. Make sure to check that out. If you found this video helpful, please like it, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video.